Oh, do it to him. Do it to him. Oh, girl. Oh, God. Oh. Yeah!
I already know. I had to go and find it from there.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Salvaged Styles. Today we have the beginning of a new series for you, and that's our how-to series.
Yep, so we want to teach you guys how to thrift like a pro, and our first video of the series today is how to thrift jackets. So we have 5 tips for you guys on how to thrift jackets. We're going to show you some good examples, some bad examples, and hopefully you guys can learn from this video. Here you go. Okay, so the first tip that we have for you guys today is to make sure you're checking the quality of the material when you're buying jackets. This is extremely important. We want to look for high quality vintage materials such as leather. We found this really nice leather jacket. You can feel by the weight of it that this is real leather. You also want to make sure you're checking the tags inside. Sometimes it looks like leather, but it's actually polyester. You also want to make sure you're looking at if it's dry clean only or not, because that does add an extra cost, especially with things like suede leather. It's definitely expensive to clean them, so make sure you're taking a look at that. Another great material is corduroy. Here we have this nice brown corduroy jacket. These things hold up pretty well. And also wool. You want to make sure with wool that nothing is shrunk and that you don't have any pilly balls, but if you find yourself a high quality wool coat, it's going to last you.
Our second tip is going to be looking for flaws. That's very important because it definitely affects your resale value and the value you're going to get out of it if you're going to be using it. So first kind of thing that we see a lot of is cracked leather. Now this leather's fake, but you'll see it a lot with real leather too. So you can definitely see how cracked this is. You can't fix that, so you're going to need to ditch that. We got this wool coat. It looks great on the outside, but when you look inside, it's ripped in here, and that's not something that you can sew. Nothing like that. So again, we're gonna have to throw that away. We have what looks like a nice Eddie Bauer jacket here, but then you turn it around and you got these pilly balls. Can't do anything with that. Oh, look at this, a nice coat, fun colors. Look at that discoloration, can't use that. Wow, what a nice jean jacket. But look at that, a stain that we can't get out. Look for flaws, look for the quality. Let's get you that third tip.
Okay, so the third tip that we have for you guys piggybacks right off of the second tip that David just gave. And this third tip is that you need to know what you can and what you can't do to fix those flaws. This is a really nice wool coat that we found. We thought it was a really great color and the material on the outside looks nice, but there is this single tear in the lining on the inside. Because it's a single rip like this along the seam, it's extremely easy to fix either by a tailor or if you want to sew it yourself. So this would be something that is easily salvageable. Another thing that we noticed with this jacket is that there's some threads down here at the bottom. This is something that you can easily just cut off with a pair of scissors at your house. It doesn't decrease the value of the jacket at all. Another example is this really nice Guess jacket that we found. It looked great, but upon further inspection we found that there was a small stain on the inner corner of this sweatshirt material part. Because of the material that it's on and because of the way the stain looks, it could be easily lifted. It's up to you if you want to take a risk on stains or not. One of the things that I sometimes try is bringing a pack of wet wipes with me to the thrift store. If you wipe it off with the wet wipe and it starts to come out, that's a good sign that you're going to be able to get it out in the washing machine or with some stain cleaner. If not, it's definitely a risk that you have to take. The final example I have here is a really nice suede leather jacket. So it fits the criteria of being a really good quality material. However, this suede leather is dirty. When you buy suede leather that's dirty, it is extremely expensive to clean. You have to take it to a special leather shop. Most regular dry cleaners don't do it, and it could be upwards of $50 to $60 to clean your jacket that you might have only paid $10 to $15 for. Again, it's up to you if it's worth the risk. If you really like the jacket that much, it may be, but it's just something to take into consideration for your price point.
So the next tip that we have for you is look for quality embroidered logos. So when you're looking at screen printed stuff, it can peel off easier, it doesn't last as long. This goes back to our first tip about quality. So you can tell it's embroidered and it's gonna last a while. And sometimes, even on this one, there's a few threads here, but like we mentioned, you can snip those off real easily. And so that's a good find. Embroidery is good. So then we found this awesome Nautica jacket. I really like this. I'm probably gonna end up keeping this one. But you can see the embroidery here on these stripes and on this logo here. So that's gonna last a long time, it's gonna do you well, and you're gonna get good value for your price.
Okay guys, so our fifth and final tip for you is to make sure that you're trying things on. A lot of the times things look amazing on the rack, especially for me. I love shopping in the men's section, and I'll come across some large and extra large jackets. But the issue with that is that sometimes an oversized puffer or a bomber jacket might make you look like a marshmallow. If you don't like it on you when you try it on, if you don't think you're gonna wear it, it might be best to leave it for someone else. This really nice Michael Kors wool coat. It's in the women's section, but it's an extra large. So I'm going to try it on. Okay, so I have my Michael Kors coat on. However, as you can see, it is quite large and boxy on me. Even though the quality of the material is nice, I think it might be better to leave it for someone else so that they can have an amazing find at the thrift shop. I now have an example of a jacket that fits me really well. I'm gonna try this one on. It is this beautiful suede leather coat with faux fur around the collar and around the sleeves. Here we go. As you guys can see, this jacket here fits me much better. It fits me around the waist, it makes sure that I don't look like a box, and again, it's a really nice material and it fit the quality and flaw inspection things that we did in tips 1 and 2.
Alright, so those are our 5 jacket thrifting tips for you, and as you can see, these have all passed our inspection. After that, once you figure all that stuff out, you go home, you restore your stuff, you can be looking fly like this, bundled up for the winter, you know how it is.
Make sure, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. We want to know, again, what you guys want more of, what you want less of, and then check out our Depop and our Poshmark pages. They're linked down in the description box for some of these items. We'll be posting them soon.
You probably won't find this though, because I like this.
See you next time. Is to check the quality of the material when you're buying jackets. This is super important. Things you want to look for are leather, denim,